2 with Lynn Potter, the author of The Forgotten Life of Sarah Grady. I should mention it is written under the name Mary Lynn, correct?
That is my name.
Okay,
that
so
is my first and middle name.
I got it. So if you do get to the Wabash Depot or to Amazon, she gets more money if you do the Wabash Depot. You should buy
Yeah,
local.
I do.
It does say Mary Lynn. So,
Right.
all right.
Right.
You have this box. Your husband has it in the basement. He's got it, the door locked so the kids don't interfere. He opens the box, and what is in there?
Just mementos. He decides they're just letters and mementos of the Grady family. So at that point, he came down the kitchen and told me that he found a box of old stuff from the Gradys and let me see them. And we sat down and looked for a few minutes and realized that they were love letters, and they were not from Mr. Grady.
Okay, so these were all written by a man to Sarah, but not Mr. Grady.
That's right. And being very proper people, we decided they should be burned. So
You were protecting the reputation.
I came down the kitchen, and Dwayne left the bedroom, and I took it for maybe an hour.
Okay.
And ran back up to the bedroom to look at the box. And you know what I found in our bedroom? My husband sitting there reading the letters.
A lot of them were written in code.
There was a lot of Morse code in the letters.
Did you know what that was at first glance?
Well, I knew it was Morse code. I didn't know how to interpret it. So.
All right. Once again, going back to where there's no Google, it's not something you can
That's
search.
right.
And so, how many letters in total?
450.
450
450.
letters. Over how long a span of time?
4 years.
Over 4 years. So
4.5 years.
4.5 years, 1915 to 1919.
Almost into 1920.
So this wasn't a brief fling. This was a long-term romance. And so at that time, from the outside looking in, people would have seen a lot of opulence and a lot of wealth, but in many ways, she was living a whole different life inside this house.
That's right. He said she must arise at 5:45 every morning.
Told her what time to get up.
Told her what time to get up and what she was going to do that day.
Right.
In fact, he even told her what to wear.
What to wear.
Yes.
I'm liking William Grady less and less. All right, so you start to untangle this mystery because this mystery man is from New York.
Yes.
And he appears to be a very prominent individual.
Very well connected. His friends have names like J.D. Rockefeller and Union Club in New York, if you're familiar with that. That's the club. And everything he said led you to believe that he was.
And this man had visited the White House. This man, at a time in this country.
He had President Wilson's ear.
Yes.
And,
so he's in New York.
Yeah.
Do we know how he met Sarah Grady?
Mr. Grady was a client of Ed Rockefeller. He worked for Western Electric Company in New York.
So this affair, which it would have been a big no-no at the time. I mean, hard to put today's standards on 1915, 1919. So she must have lived in a constant state of anxiety, so much that they were sending letters in code. Does the husband know?
No, and he never did.
He never did?
He never did.
So he was never suspicious?
Occasionally.
Yes.
But he didn't have any idea what was going on.
Okay.
Just maybe something.
How prominent were they, how well known in today's standards were William and Sarah, in Decatur?
Oh, the social register indicator lists the Gradys as part of the upper class. William Grady was working to become president of Ferries Manufacturing, so he was either a founder or on the board of directors or some prominent office in every service club or anything that was going on in Decatur. Very much so, very prominent.
All right, on the next episode of The Real Housewives of Ancient Decatur, Illinois, we'll get into the mystery of what happened to Sarah, and there are lots of theories.